Hello and welcome to Pete's Paleo Pet Shop. My name is Patricia and today joining me I have little baby Saurus, so you might hear him making little piggy noises in the background. And we are going to take a look back at the previous year, because it's that time of year when I take a moment to look back at the old year and plan for the new one. Since baby brings a lot of chaos into the mix, I will be keeping my goals top secret for this year and instead focus on looking back on what happened last year.
Pete's Paleo Pet Shop!
For the year of 2023, I had quite a few big goals. So one, fix the short story collection and republish it on Amazon. I had planned on doing a story time at my local library. Outline the picture book series that the website is based on so I can have a plan on where to move forward from here. Update the dummy book for Little Quiet Dinosaur, which is a working title for the picture book that the website is based on, Pete's Paleo Pet Shop. And if you look back in my older videos, you can see a quick look through the first little dummy book, but there's been some changes made to the story, so it needs an update. And the last goal for last year was to add a new critter to the shop. So some of these goals turned out to be much more complex than I thought. All were excellent learning experiences though, and helped me learn how to make better goals that I am more likely to complete. So the first goal, editing Dinosaurs Don't Play Fetch and publishing it on Amazon. Editing the short stories and details in the book was full of a lot of technical details. Since I am not a professional editor or book formatter, I always have to relearn how to use the programs like Adobe InDesign anytime I want to make a change. But that can be a good thing, because each time I have to get a refresher course, it takes less time to relearn those tasks, and so I'm getting better overall. I was also very happy with how intuitive Amazon's system is compared with Ingram Spark, and I will definitely continue to work with them for now. I do wish Amazon was a little better about quality control, because my second order of books was not as high quality as my first order. Maybe I can look into my image files to see if I can find out why the quality of the images is inconsistent. For example, I can make sure the white of an image is true white and black is true black. It sounds a little silly, but you'd be amazed how much a printed image can vary if you don't keep this in mind. I thought I had, but with so many illustrations, it's very easy for small things like that to fall through the cracks. So I'll just double check my illustrations and make sure that black truly is in the very blackest little black corner of the color box. I would check this just by pulling it up on Photoshop with a little color dropper tool. I can pick out the darkest black I can find and see if it's a true black. And the same goes for the white. So hopefully this will avoid any misprints where the white parts of an image are dirty looking and gray, or a faded looking black. So I'm so glad that any edits on files are free on Amazon, so I don't have to pay any fees for re-uploading new files for these pictures. Library Storytime. This goal was definitely the biggest because it included so many different elements. In a way, republishing the book on Amazon was part of this goal, but it also included updates for nearly all of the critters in the shop, activity pages for the kids that were going to be at Storytime, and things like bookmarks, stickers, and even flyers for the event. It was really great to see how much the kids really enjoyed the stories and the critters, and being able to connect with real people was something I didn't realize how much I missed until I was exposed to it. And it made me want to find other ways to connect with people in person more often. And so it really was amazing that the first appearance at the library led to the second appearance later in that same year, which was really awesome because I could meet other authors, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know these people better. In any case, I really enjoyed going to my local library, and I really appreciate the lovely people who work really hard to make that library a welcoming place. And I'm excited to continue working with them and hopefully maybe go to future events or just enjoy spending what time I can there. the Paleo Pet Shop series. Outlining the picture book series and updating the dummy book are kind of related, since a big part of both these goals was to figure out why I keep procrastinating on them. Ultimately, I discovered that I've been creating a lot of mental blocks for myself, and if you've been on the website and seen any of my previous posts, this is not the first time I say this, but the fact remains that it's still very much true, and I still haven't figured out how to get past this block. So what is this mental block? For example, the idea of a picture book is quite daunting. A bit like the concept of a novel or a masterpiece. Basically, it's too large a task. It's a blank canvas with huge expectations of magically turning into something amazing. And that puts a lot of pressure. It's like, how does one even start with that? I've tried breaking it down into smaller, more manageable tasks, but for some reason it still just feels too big and intimidating, and I can't quite figure out why. Now, sometimes maybe a project simply is too big for one's current skill level. I don't know. But I think partly is that it was not a priority like the library storytime. Library storytime had a deadline. It was something that I had set my mind to doing, and it took all of my energy and attention. So, you set a priority and everything else gets put on a back burner. And that's what happened to the progress on the new updated dummy book for the picture book. On the bright side, I have figured this out, so that's the first step to conquering an obstacle, right? Another good thing is that I did complete the task of outlining a general plan for the series as a whole, because for books in a series, it's important that they look like they go together. So it's good to outline an overall plan for, titles, what they'll be about. Nothing really in detail, but just kind of a bird's eye view of what I want the whole series to look like. So there's one stumbling block measured up at least, even if I haven't done a lot with it since. But overall, even though I didn't succeed with these goals, they were very good learning experiences, and it's definitely something I'll take a closer look at this year. Add a new critter to the shop. I know that technically this goal was supposed to be a completely new critter to the shop, but this year 6 critters got a complete makeover, and 5 more got all cleaned up with new backgrounds. So I'd say that's pretty good. I loved breathing new life into the characters and exploring new techniques. And I hope you've enjoyed watching my progress as I've been creating them. I've learned so much with each one about light and how to create the illusion of detail, and I still have so much to learn. Each painting has something that I love about it that I want to continue to practice this year. Tango just looks so happy to greet the day, and I love the story hinted at in this illustration. I'll practice better storytelling in future paintings. Skippy has great layers and clear shapes between the different areas of light and shadow. I'll practice more defined shapes in color and light in future paintings. It makes the story of a painting clearer and feels stronger and more confident, something I'm definitely trying to get better at. In Rosie's painting, I really like how her quiet, sweet character shows through, and I really like how some shapes are defined by the light outline. I'll practice character design and letting the critter's personality shine in future paintings. Opie is easily one of my favorite pieces. He has awesome backlighting, and I love the overall colors and feel of the painting. I just keep coming back to it and smiling along with him. I'll practice choosing colors and everything that influences how I feel about a piece in future paintings. Gertrude makes me think of hot summer days and the sun beating down on my shoulders. I also found some really good brushes for some of the plants and background paint. I'll practice texture in future paintings to hopefully get that feel that I want to convey in the painting. With Bella, I just loved simply playing with the different brushes and seeing what would happen. I'll practice staying loose and experimenting with brushes until I know which ones I want for different shapes and textures. Overall, I'm very glad I took on the challenge of updating the critters and giving them backgrounds. Now a few of the other critters, like Bowser, Dippy, and Tigger, kinda look like they need to be polished off. Hopefully this year, I can truly add a new character to the shop. 2023 was full of so many exciting twists and turns with the library events and Babysaurus number 6 making his debut earlier than expected. Yeah, I have 6 little raptors running around here on the little homestead in progress, and it's awesome that they enjoy all of my cute paleo critters as much as I do. It makes things chaotic and interesting. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Did you guess the names of the critters throughout the video? There are hints in the description if you need them, and you can always find out more about them at paleopetshop.com. See you next time!